In the frozen wilderness of northern Russia, bolted to the ground under a heavy steel lid, there is a hole. It's only 9 inches across, small enough to cover with a dinner plate. But this little hole goes down further than anything humans have ever made. Deeper than the deepest ocean. Deeper than Mount Everest is tall, almost 1.5 times over. 12,262 meters. And in 1992, the people who drilled it suddenly stopped, welded it shut, and walked away. The question is, why? What did they find down there? To understand this hole, you have to go back to the Cold War. The United States and the Soviet Union were racing to space, but they were also racing in the opposite direction. Straight down, into the Earth itself. Here's the strange part. We know less about the ground beneath our feet than we do about deep space. No one had ever reached the Earth's mantle. The Americans tried first, with a project called Mohole, and failed. So in 1970, on the remote Kola Peninsula near the Norwegian border, Soviet engineers started drilling. Their goal sounded simple and impossible at the same time. Drill deeper than anyone in history. And they were patient. They drilled for almost 20 years. And the deeper they went, the stranger things got. By the 1980s, they had passed 7 kilometers down, already a record. And here, scientists expected a discovery. Decades of data suggested that at this depth, the granite rock should give way to denser basalt, a hard boundary deep underground. Except, it wasn't there. The boundary they had been so sure about simply did not exist. What they had mistaken for a new layer of rock was actually the same granite, just cracked, crushed, and changed by unimaginable pressure. One of the most basic assumptions about the planet's structure turned out to be wrong, and that was only the beginning. As the drill ground deeper, the team found something that shouldn't have been possible. Water. Free-flowing water, miles below the surface, in solid rock, where every textbook said there should be none. Where did it come from? Under crushing pressure, water had been squeezed out of the rock crystals themselves and then trapped, sealed in by a layer of rock above. Water locked in stone for billions of years. Then came the discovery that turned heads around the world. Around 6.5 kilometers down, in rock over 2 billion years old, they found fossils. Not bones, something smaller and far older. Microscopic plankton. 24 different species, perfectly preserved. Life so ancient it predates almost everything we picture when we think of prehistoric, sealed in stone, kilometers beneath the surface, waiting 2 billion years for a 9-inch drill to find it. But the Earth was about to fight back. The scientists had expected temperatures around 100 degrees Celsius at their target depth. The Earth had other plans. At 12 kilometers down, the rock hit 180 degrees, 356 Fahrenheit, nearly double the prediction. And at those temperatures, the rock stopped behaving like rock. It became soft and flowed, like thick plastic. They would cut the hole, and the walls would slowly ooze back in and close it. Drill bits deformed, pipes warped. Every meter became a battle the Earth was winning. In 1989, they reached their deepest point. They planned to go further, but the heat made it impossible. Then the Soviet Union collapsed, the funding vanished, and the project was abandoned. Now, you may have heard a darker story, that the drill broke into a hidden chamber and microphones recorded the screams of the damned. The well to hell. It's a hoax. A doctored clip from a horror film. What they really found was stranger than any ghost story. Vanished boundaries, ancient buried water, 2 billion-year-old life, and rock that flows like liquid. And here's the part that really puts it in perspective. The deepest hole humanity has ever drilled goes down 12 kilometers. But the distance to the center of the Earth is about 6,400 kilometers. After 20 years and the deepest drill in history, We made it roughly 0.2% of the way down. On a globe the size of an apple, we didn't even break the skin. The deepest hole on Earth is still sealed under that rusty cap today, and everything beneath it is still a mystery.